Yes. Fucking set is the way.
Take my mom, mommy, if you're watching.
Whip, body, whip, got it, job.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to a sit down with Naka.
I made it, guys. I made it. I made it finally. I'm getting to sit down with you, at least, So yeah, I'm happy to be here. Very excited. Nervous as well.
To those that are new, I'm Idu Makatini, and to those that are returning, guys,
I love that saying. Because in my head I go, I hear that song.
yes.
I love it.
And to those that are passing by, it's okay, but I think you're gonna love this. This one,
Yes.
you're gonna love it. 2024, we're doing it better.
Yes, please.
Thank you. All right, let's get into the video. As you know, guys, Mina, I'm a single mom, and we had some baby daddy dramas. Now I have Naka. I'm used to Desiree, hey?
Why? Like a lot of people, they get shocked that my name is Naka. I call myself
Because at
Naka.
work, you
Yes.
didn't introduce yourself as
No.
Naka. Yeah.
I was Desiree. Now I have to transition because at work they use your first name. So I have to transition into Naka.
Okay. I'm gonna ask her a few questions because she was a single mom at some point,
Yes.
and then she met someone and they got married.
Yes, we got mom, right?
You know, she's got a husband, so it's possible for all the single moms
It is.
to meet.
Yes, with a child, guys, and not just a baby, like a boy who is 6 or 7. It's possible. It's doable.
So when you met him, how old was
My son,
Yeah.
he was 5 or 6, somewhere there. I can't get those numbers, but he was around 5 or 6. Yes, because he was still he was staying with my mom, so he was around 5, 6 there. Yeah.
Okay.
But we only started staying together with him when he was 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then so when you started dating him, did you disclose there and there that you've got a son?
No, I didn't actually disclose. My son, everybody knows that I have a son. So it was just because we met at work. So I used to talk about my son a lot. So he knew what he was getting himself into when we met, when we started becoming closer and closer.
Dating.
Yeah. But he already knew that I had a son. But the details of the father and whatnot, he didn't know. We didn't speak about that until a later stage. Yeah.
Into the relationship. Okay,
Yeah.
understandable. And then does he have?
No, he doesn't have. But I gave him a child.
Wow!
Also,
Wow!
And I gave him a son.
Wow! Please. My fear is meeting somebody that doesn't have
Oh yeah.
a child. That's
Yes.
my fear, because how is he going to act? Is he going to do the very same thing that happened with baby daddy, because it's the first child? Maybe he's going to run away from his responsibilities.
Yes.
So didn't you have that fear?
No, I never I never actually thought about it. Actually, no. I never actually thought about it, because for me, it's just a matter of my child is mine. I never expected him to actually be involved. Him being involved is like a bonus. I never actually sat down and said, this is what I'm expecting from you, or I did that at a later stage. But in the beginning, I was able to support my son. I was able to take care of him. I was fine with being a single mother. I was killing it in my single mother journey. Yes. So I didn't really expect much from him. I even stopped him from getting so involved with my son. Yeah, I didn't want that, because I didn't want him to feel now, because he's with me now, he has to show up as a father figure. No, I didn't want that, because in my opinion, my son didn't lack a father figure. My brothers were there, my grandfather was there, my father was there, so he didn't lack a father figure.
Yeah.
So I didn't actually push much for him to do that.
Okay, that's understandable. I think, with me, my fear is that I'm gonna need I want you to treat my child equally as you treat me. If you love me so much, you need to involve my child.
No.
So I think your mindset helped you maybe
transition easier and not expect too much from him as a man in my life and my child's life. I didn't see it as a need for him to be a father, because he wasn't one.
I'm learning something.
Yes, no, just remove it, because you want the relationship for yourself. first. And you should, yes, you're not looking for a man who's gonna be a father. You're looking for a man who's gonna love you.
Me,
Yes, be with you.
yes,
Yes, and then that will all. It's part of the package. It's gonna. I don't know what the word is. It's gonna automatically happen. But when he loves you, when he's comfortable with you, whatever is on your side, your bags, whatever, your child, he's gonna love it as well.
But don't you think it was easy for you because you didn't stay with him at that time?
Yeah, maybe I think it was because then I wasn't coming in as I have to go home to my son or I have to speak to my son. Because before I go out with him, it will be a matter of I've already spoken to my son and then we meet in the street. So there won't be a call coming in, my son wants to speak to me, no. So yeah, it helped a lot for us to start while I was staying with my mom or wherever I was staying and my son staying with my grandmother in Bobo or wherever. So yeah, that actually helped because we didn't have a child in between. We didn't have to have dates with a child. We never had a date with a child until later on.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I don't want a date with the child, but I want him to acknowledge and know that the child is there. So sometimes if sleepovers
happen.
I can't. I can't come and sleep over because I got
my son.
My
child.
Yeah, because of that. So that's a bit of a challenge.
Yes, it's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be. It's not even a matter of accepting. The guy just loves you and he loves you and you is you and your child. So if now we have to sit down and say, do you accept my child or what do you think of me having a child? We are now trying to burden someone and complicate the whole thing. Like, yeah, I have a child, but we shouldn't let that be part of the relationship or why we are together. Just let's have a relationship, build our foundation, and then we'll easily go into the fact that, okay, there's a child. Okay, next time when we go on a date, can I come with my child and so forth? You're not, okay, now that we are together, you must remember also that I have a child. Now you're giving an ultimatum. No, let's draw that first.
But I think other women are scared. They have a similar fear that I have, and then they end up not disclosing to their partners that they have kids. Because you'd find out at a later stage a girl would say, I have 3 kids. And the guy's like, what? But I wasn't ready. Like, you didn't tell me,
But how do you not? Like your children, like your child is everywhere, Nje. So they're part of you. How do you hide a child?
Same as men do. Guys, men do.
But that is weird. Hiding a whole human being.
It happens.
So it means your child will not be a wallpaper. You will not put them as a display picture on WhatsApp. So when we are dating, I'm never ever gonna put my child as a display picture on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I'll never put them on social media and nowhere. Nje.
Maybe some people don't disclose that because I've heard stories.
I've also heard stories, and I'm always asking myself how.
Yeah.
How do you hide a child? Also, I feel like it's weird. Like if you are a person who's on the other end without a child, you're already anticipating that you're gonna have a bad relationship because the other person has a child.
Hey. Mina, when I started dating my boyfriend,
yes,
I asked him,
yes,
are you fine that I have a child?
Imagine.
He's like, what's wrong?
Why are you even asking me that? Just tell me that you're a child and then leave it at that. When I'm fine with it, I'm not. Doesn't matter. You can't get rid of your child.
Okay, with me, my child is still young.
Yes, yeah. She's like what?
3.
Oh, she's very young.
Yeah, and I started dating him late last year or so. Okay, when I had wishes with the baby daddy.
Yes.
He was there to listen, to comfort, and no intentions.
He was just waiting that one.
Yeah, So when I saw that we were getting serious now, and I was like, are you comfortable that I'm a mom? And things are not going to happen.
Yes,
in the way that
the normal way. Yes.
Yeah, I live with my mom. My mom looks after the child during the day, and after work, it's my business.
So it means at night sleepovers are going to be a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, until she turns 3 or so, because mommy will
Which
understand.
is older. Yes.
Yeah. So it's like, no, I don't see any problem. I've dated women with kids.
Imagine. Oh.
And I'm like, okay, what does that mean?
Yes.
Do I talk about her in our relationship, or we know that she's there, but we don't talk about her?
So I once dated this guy before my husband. So he also had a child, and I used to, like, we as women, I think we care. So I used to ask him a lot, how's your daughter? Because I knew that he would see, like, he sees the daughter every Sunday. So I'm like, oh, how is she doing and whatnot. And then he never returned the favor. But I was like, nah, kesana. Like, why don't you ask? Are you not interested? Like, don't you want to know? Don't you care? Like, I'm not saying, like, think stress about it. Just find out.
You see,
Like,
that's
where
where
I find out. No, now you're wondering whether you should bring your child up or not. No, me, I would, you know what? One thing about me, I talk about my children, like my son, I used to talk about him a lot. Cho does this, Cho's doing that, or school fees, and my voice is loud.
Yeah.
So before we even started dating, you would hear me talking about my son with my colleagues all the time. Yes. But then, I don't know.
Maybe it was easy because you worked with him.
Yes, we worked together.
You built that relationship, the work
Before
environment
even.
before. Yeah.
At least it's some, you know what? I feel like these relationships that are from social media and whatnot, I want to date someone that I know.
That you know, yeah.
Somebody that I know, somebody that I've seen, because somebody that I know, I will know if they've gone to prison before, how they were in high school or in work. I prefer if it's somebody that I know, not a stranger.
I've dated a stranger.
Yes, and
Disappeared.
Now you can't even find him. Now you can't even ask that high school mate on Facebook, where's this guy? You can't. He can disappear. I hate strangers. I'm sorry, guys. I don't like strangers.
Yeah, I was like, let me try something new.
A stranger.
Yeah.
Yes, they easily ghost you. You can easily also ghost them because nobody knows them. Nobody knows you in their life. I feel uncomfortable with that. Yeah, but anyway.
Okay, going back to when you started dating, and then did you move in together before getting married?
Yes. Fucking set is the way.
Tell my mom, mommy, if you're watching.
Fucking set is the only way, because how are you marrying somebody that you don't know, guys?
Yeah.
You know, men have things. It's always men, and also women have things.
Yes, and it's different this generation compared to the olden days.
Exactly. So right now it's easy to fucking set. So let's do it, and also cutting costs. Fucking set, guys.
Mama.
Stay with that man so that you can know at what time does he brush his teeth. Does he wait for 12 p.m. to start brushing his teeth, or does he brush his teeth as soon as he gets out of bed?
And even if you like, you'll never know a person to the full potential.
You'll never, yes.
But at least you know which struggle am I choosing.
You're gonna deal with
this person is a late sleeper. This person is lazy. This person, I know a lot about. And then tell me, so when you moved in with him, then you stayed together.
Yes.
Did Tsako come and visit?
Yo, you know what? I'm gonna reveal some things. So we were staying together in a that is a studio apartment. We were staying together, and then Joe would come and visit because Joe was staying with my mom. So he would come and visit. But it got to a point where I was getting frustrated. I was getting frustrated to a point where I was saying, why are we not staying with my son? I want us to stay with my son. We've been saying that we're gonna stay with my son.
Yeah.
I even ended up giving him an ultimatum to say, guys, it was so bad. I actually regret that part of my life.
Yeah.
Because one thing about my husband, like, he's a person with strategies and plans, and me, I just want things. When I want something, I will throw a tantrum.
I want it now.
I want it now. I was like, you know what? I think I should move out so I can find my own place so I can stay with my son. And then he was like, I think he had already proposed. We were still engaged, and he was like, but if we move out, then it's like we're separating. If you move out and I stay on my own, it's like we're separating. It's gonna ruin the dynamic of the relationship. I'm not saying that we're not gonna find a 2-bedroom apartment. I'm just saying we did agree that we're gonna do that, but we didn't say now. Yes. I don't understand how we got to this point where you are in a rush. Yeah. I gave an ultimatum. But my son would come and visit. Yeah, like he would come almost every weekend, and they would go out together. So we were already building towards that. But me, I was getting impatient. Actually, I was getting impatient. No. Yeah, but we went through that rough patch. It was bad. It was really bad, because now it was like he said that, and then I was like, yeah, I'm fine with us separating. Let's just do it, because I want to stay with my son. Yes.
Bye. Yeah, and my fear is leaving my child at home and not moving out with her.
It's weird. It's very, very weird.
Nah.
Because it's like you're choosing a man.
Over, yeah.
Yes, you're choosing a man over it's...
And then, didn't your mom have a problem with you moving with Utseho, with a guy who's not the father?
No. So, we moved after we were married. After you paid the Lobola stuff. Yes.
Okay, and she didn't have a problem?
So, no, she didn't have a problem. But she had a problem with me moving out because she was like, how are you moving in with a man that hasn't married you? What if he doesn't marry you? And then we had a big fight and I was like, nah, that's your experience. That's not gonna be my experience. So when that happened to you, that's not gonna happen to me. So please, like, relax. But we were not on good terms when I was moving out with my mom. But she later accepted because my man was like, okay, I'm ready to pay Lobola. And then she was like, Yes, but she had a problem with me moving out. But once we were married, it was a matter of, Chico has to move in with you guys. There is no other way because he is now Chico's father.
Okay,
yes.
Let me take you back to our culture.
Yes.
I follow the Zulu culture even though I'm Betty. A story for another day.
Oh, Betty?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, so with the Zulu culture, the first child that you get at home will stay at home.
Oh, yes.
Regardless whether you get married or not. So when I saw your story, I was like, I'm in love with that. I'm interested in hearing her story.
Yes.
Because my mom said, Puma with the man and he gets married to you and it's not the father of the child is mine. The child must stay here at home. And I'm not comfortable with that. I'm still not.
I cannot.
And I'm like, how am I going to be happy? I'll put it in your position, right?
Yes.
How are you going to be happy with Randy and Chico is not there and Chico is at home? How are you feeling right there? You're a happy family and Chico is there. And kids watch. Kids see.
I even want to cry because what the hell, man?
And Chico is going to be saying, Mama, okay.
Yeah, what about me?
Yeah, Narendi Moli. When I get there, I'm unfamiliar with the place.
Exactly, you're uncomfortable. You don't even know the what time we eat. Now we eat at 6. Where you live, they eat at 8. No, I couldn't. I just couldn't. So I think for me, we didn't. Like my mother likes to be like very traditional.
Yeah.
But I push my mom. I push my mom, guys, because now even she was talking to me last about how we have a nanny, how the nanny is not supposed to come into our bedroom.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, in your day and age, I sent her a 7 minutes voice note. We were having a voice note war.
Yeah.
I was telling her that you need to accept that in my time, this is how things are done. There is no way I'm gonna be exhausted like you were exhausted. I don't want to now be exhausted when it's time for me to spend time with my children because I had to clean the bedroom, I had to make up, I had to wash my husband's clothes.
And you're working and...
You need to accept that this is how we do things now. I understand that maybe it's culture, whatever, but it's not reasonable for me to live that way. So you're gonna have to push boundaries. It's gonna be war. You're gonna have to prepare to push. You need to get your way. Also, I heard of such scenarios.
I struggled with this daughter of mine, guys.
Alone. You raised her. You raised her. You were bathing her. You were washing. You were buying her clothes and whatever. You raised her.
Sleepless nights.
And then maybe at some point, this man that you're marrying was also helping you. And now this man is the father of your child. Because now Marcus Chico's dead.
Yeah,
there is no discussion. He's just dead.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why when I start dating, I'm seeing this person is going to be a father of my child.
Yeah.
And I start looking at how he treats me and how he does things and how he asks about my daughter. And then I'm like, this person is suitable to be. Yeah, yes. We can move in together and have our child.
Exactly.
Our own.
Yes.
Hey, but the problem of having our own,
my friend, you're gonna push. You're gonna fight. You don't want to have your own child with your man?
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
I think one is enough.
So if your man wants a child, you're not gonna give him a child?
He's got.
Oh, he's got a child?
Yeah.
Then there's no need to have a child.
Yeah,
just mix. But how are you gonna manage that? Like, because remember the child belongs to the mother, which is very weird. But the child belongs to the mother. So now, what's gonna happen to the other child?
I don't know.
Is the child gonna move in with you guys when you move in together, when you're a family, when you're married?
my imagination world. Yeah.
Because you think that man's gonna let go of their child to go stay with their dad with another mother, another woman. They probably even hate you now.
I've got a fear with having a child with another a man.
But if you're married, because me, I was when we were engaged. Yes, I think we were already married, and then I was actually the one pushing for us to have a child because I wanted to give him. Yeah, I was pushing. I actually forced him to have a child.
So were you comfortable with the fact that I'm going to be pregnant with this man and my previous pregnancy didn't go so well?
Yes.
Were you comfortable?
I was the one who said let's have a baby, and then he was like we're not ready. I was like no, we'll figure it out. Let's have a baby, and only to discover later that we're not actually ready. But we had the baby. Now he's 3 this year. So I convinced him.
Discovered that you were not ready.
Yo, I paused. So at work, I had just started my new work, and then at work they told me that if I'm not working with them for 4 years, I'm not gonna get my full salary.
Okay.
I'm gonna get maybe a portion.
Yes, yeah,
I didn't even get a portion. I got
nothing.
0. I had to rely on UIF, and UIF takes forever.
You're
only
on maternity.
On one on maternity, so he had to now pay for some of my stuff. We had to eat pap and ngomasi. Like it was tough. It was bad because we were not ready.
But those struggles are so showing the sacrifice. To say,
because now
we're
done. Now we are done. We have 2 babies. We're not gonna have any more children. We are done. And also it showed me that okay, I'm not alone. I'm actually not alone. Because if he's paying for my debit orders, then
I'm an overthinker.
Aren't we all done?
I think that's why I haven't moved on or being very comfortable because I'm an overthinker.
We are overthinkers. Yes, and you're like, I need to be alone.
Now, if something happens, will he take care of my girl and this one that's coming? I cannot afford to put a burden on my mom.
You can't.
Because she already has my child. She's looking after my child.
Exactly, you can't.
And now I bring another one and dude does the same.
Do you know, there's this other lady, guys. What's her name? Mom, millennial mom.
Yes, Mandy. You see,
and I'm like,
that's my fear. We'll be so sure now in the relationship.
Committed.
Yeah, and then the child comes and then things change.
Yeah, but you know what? I think we need to also discuss the fact that a child does change the dynamic of the relationship. Because even we struggled after we had a child. We struggled because we had to sleep in separate bedrooms because I was sleeping with the baby and then the baby was like, he was afraid he's gonna. So we had that disconnection because the reason why we slept in separate bedrooms is because he wasn't comfortable with sleeping on the bed with the baby because the baby was too small. He was just scared that I will turn and then I'll sleep on top of the baby. But the longer we slept apart, the
disconnection,
we struggled. So we had to fight to come back together. Be like, okay, we're actually in a relationship now. Let's put the baby in the cot and then we sleep on the bed. So the baby does damage a relationship. If you go through the relationship and you have a baby and then you still have the relationship, you are winning. Nothing will tear you apart.
See, that's my thing. When he wanted a child, I don't know what he was thinking then. I thought he was drunk. And I was like, I think if you come home, okay, something to show that
you are serious. Yes.
And then
that's what you need to do.
I can compromise and give you a child. Now I went through a lot.
So I think you are going about it the right way because I also gave the same ultimatum to say I'm not having a child until you do something.
Yeah, because
I'm sorry, I'm not doing it because there's a high level of commitment when somebody has paid lobola and maybe you've moved in together. And now you bought the TV together.
Yeah.
Or the bed together.
But.
I know.
I'm a fan
I know.
If you got married to umfana, not a man, then please,
umfana.
If umfana or umshimani. Yeah, it's still a man. If it's a man a man who's saying that even though maybe I don't know you have other agendas, but and I want to focus and have more
Waka. Yes.
Yeah, to have that, and then, but you have some ease or comfort to say, okay, I can have a child with this person.
Yes.
We'll see when my child does this, he'll be able to assist me.
Yes.
Because, you know, now I live in a family house, right? So the challenges are, during the day they do look after the child.
But at night
It's my baby.
Your baby, they can help you with your baby. Because the baby, like, let's be honest, the child is yours.
My mom said that.
Yes.
And instead when the man is there, it's a bonus.
It's a bonus. You're like,
personally, I say the first child, you can say that.
yes, okay.
But the second child,
he already knows.
He
knows.
Somebody must assist you.
Yes.
Yes. It's either you have maybe a helper that's going to assist you, or you're financially stable, or you have a partner. Because a guy,
I cannot emphasize.
Tubu's not done. It's whatever. He's still growing. You're still having challenges.
It's crazy.
And then now it's really. Imagine, and then now I bring another one, and then I still expect my family to help me because there's a point where at night, they're also exhausted.
Yeah, the
It
people
needs
is
to
a
be
whole
my
different.
baby. I understand it needs to now be really, really my baby alone. I struggle alone and cry alone. Now I bring a second one, and then I have toddlers.
Yeah, plus your child is still very young. Yes, but it is advisable to have a child now.
I know.
Yes, but you need to figure some things out first. Hey, like, don't do what I did. Just make sure you are ready. You have either money saved, even if it's like 10K. Have money. Like, have money saved. You need to be ready. Financially, you need to be ready.
But we've touched on most things now.
Yeah, I think so.
I've learned a lot from you. You first started with your mom. Well, before your mom, you started with yourself. Said, what do I want?
What I want took the cup. So when I was relaying the message, it was a matter of, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for permission. Like me, I give my mother, I push her.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's even sick. I push her because she's the one person that would have a comeback. Because my dad used to say, yeah, if you're happy, then I'm happy. I even told her that you need to, if I'm telling you that I'm fine with what I'm doing, I'm happy with what I'm doing, you need to support me. If now you want to control me, you want to, what I'm loud, if not on loud, then you don't want my happiness. You want me to do what you want to do. Yeah, so now you are living your life through me. So I'm living my life, so I'm forcing her to understand that this is what I want, this is what I want to do with my life, this is the direction that I'm taking. Yes, so she's forced to accept that I'm doing that.
Yeah, because what I see, you started with yourself.
Yes.
And then you went to go teach your mom.
I think I'm still teaching her to accept a lot of things.
Yeah,
because I'm not
difficult.
This is not 2007. I keep saying it's not 2007, lady. It's 2024.
Like, yeah, teaching your parents is very hard.
It's very hard because they're already like that thing's in their head. That's what they grew up with, maybe,
yes,
and they see it with their parents, and they think it's supposed to be that way.
That way, it's very hard because I heard some conversation between adults. They're saying, yeah, and that time they're talking about a 40-year-old.
Of course. Because you know what, I don't think they have they get to a point where they accept that you are an adult, you're a woman. So I keep emphasizing those things, that I'm an adult, I'm a woman, I'm a mother, I'm a wife. So it means I have to make my own decisions. I have to decide. I don't have to consult you.
Yeah, and maybe if I fumble somewhere, I still can come to you
and
ask
for guidance, or tell you, come cry on your shoulder. Because if you don't allow me to be myself and make my own choices, then how am I gonna come to you when I have something that, like, I'm not gonna come to you. I'm not gonna come to you. Like, one thing that separates the two is my mother and my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is also the same, but she accepts. She used to stay with us. My mother-in-law is a Christian. We are not Christian. So she was sort of trying to
put you through to
the Christians. Yeah, and my husband sat her down. So you know what? In this house, we don't pray before we eat. We don't. Like Sundays, if you want to go to church, you can go.
It's
but
fine.
you are not going to
change our...
No. You're not going to bring your own routines and trying to set them in us. That's not how we do.
I mean, you raised me. You had your part of raising me. and now it's my part of raising my kids.
Allow me.
I took most of the things from you, and I'm using it.
Look at me now. You should be proud of the man that I am today.
Please.
Look at me now. But you know what? That was in the like maybe 3 months into her staying with us. And then she stayed with us for a year, and we were fine, we were happy. Because she accepted that, okay, this is how we want to do things, this is how we do things, and this is how we speak to our children, this is how we cook, this is when she accepted. Like, when you open yourself up, it's much easier. But if you close yourself up, now you don't even want to teach yourself how to use a banking app. That's where you will struggle to even accept that people actually allow nannies into their bedrooms too. Because I don't have time to make up the bed. And the reason why I don't have time is because also I'm rushing to work, but she's at work. You need to understand. She's working, so it's okay. And she's fine with it. She wants to do that. So now I'm doing some of her work for her. No, it doesn't make sense. Anyway, so I'm bashing my mother, guys. But I know she's not gonna watch. No, she's not for me putting my life out there. Because I once put a status saying that I'm grateful for my salary. That's where this whole thing started. She said, you can't put such a status because what if other people that don't have a salary, and I said, you know what? I'm a YouTuber again. If you think this is, go see YouTube. My whole life is there. They know my bedroom, my bed. People are in my bedroom where I sleep with my husband.
Right now.
Yeah. Go watch there if you think me putting a salary is...
I think you're stubborn.
I'm very stubborn. I want what I want.
Yeah, I think so.
And I don't want to be controlled by somebody who's not even living in my house. Anyway, I love her so much. I love that woman so much. I love her because she allows me to push her like this and also be open with and tell her the truth and be honest with her. Because now if she beats around the bush, I'm gonna start hiding from her. I'm not gonna be free on my YouTube. I'm gonna start now lying. I don't wanna lie. So I wanna be honest with her right then and then be like, I'm saying I'm grateful for my salary because there's much more that I'm saying on my YouTube channel. My whole life is there. I spoke about how I lost my father and whatnot. Everything, my plans, I speak about it. So if you're struggling with this small thing, then I don't know. Anyway.
Guys, please follow her. I'll put her thingy and
my YouTube, yes. Nakarali guys, please. Nakarali guys, please follow my YouTube channel and comment, guys. You must comment, okay?
Yeah, I'll put her YouTube name down below and also the link. Then please go subscribe to her channel.
Yes, please. Oh, I'm obsessed with books, guys.
Yes.
If you love books or if you want to get into reading books, yeah, my YouTube channel is the place for you to be. Yeah.
Yeah, and habits and yoga.
And habits and yoga. Healthy habits. Guys. Healthy habits. You can't just, you have a, yes. I'm not about it.
I'd like to say thank you, Sissy, for opening up.
Yeah, I laid my whole business on the floor, hey? The
Because I've been looking for, but some people would be maybe offended by the questions that I ask. And because they want to take it out there.
How many people do you know in your life that are single mothers right now?
A lot.
There's a lot. I also know a lot of single mothers and they don't single in terms of they don't have a boyfriend and they're struggling to keep up with the relationship. There's a lot of us out there, but it's possible to find someone that is right now. I don't speak to my husband as if he's not my child's father. He's my child's father. He's Chio's dad. And even Chio, when he's speaking about him, when he's saying my dad. You understand? So he's already gotten to that point because they've built a relationship. And I've allowed it. And
no, guys, we've learned a lot. So single mom, it's possible. It's possible to still love again and love with your child.
Yes.
And marry with your child. Because that's the fight that we have as Zulu cultured people. Guys, you can also comment down below and tell me that your parents are also telling you the same thing with your firstborns, that you can't marry with them, you must leave them at home. Let's fight this. Let's teach, guys. Let's teach our mothers,
our parents.
They've laid a foundation. They've taught us everything to an extent that we are thinking of such things with
ourselves.
Yeah, can I not leave my child? Because what if I had some form of trauma, and I'm thinking if I leave my child at home, she will have the same trauma.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're trying to fight depression,
Anxiety.
reasons of, we're trying to fight those reasons.
Toxic family dynamics. We've been through a lot.
We're
So
trying to
much
fight those
change.
things,
Allow us, mummies.
You
Because sometimes these 50-year-old mummies, they are watching and you have children. You need to have an open mind. You need to accept that things are not we're gonna follow tradition by paying lobola. The rest we're gonna do our own thing. I mean, if your mother's gonna receive lobola, accept lobola and leave the rest. Accept the money, girl. But I also saw that in the Zulu culture, if the relationship, they can come and get the lobola back.
No, come as weird as Spain.
No. I saw there's a show there's a show.
It's not allowed. Maybe nowadays, but come as weird as Spain.
Really? Okay.
Guys, if you know, like not the show, like
Yes,
like
if it has happened.
Income is a do we take the cows back to
I
the
was so shocked.
crowd? No.
Like,
Listen,
that is done.
no.
Okay.
No.
Alright guys, thank you.
Guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you've come this far, please show some love down below, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye.